الحمد لله الحمد لله الله. يا ربي اللهم لك الحمد كما ينبغي لجلال وجهك وعظيم سلطانك. لا لا هنا منك إن شاء الله تخافش. Inshallah, my brothers, all you can come here, inshallah, so I can see your beautiful faces. Inshallah, Rabbi Alameen. And our sisters, you can come on the right side, inshallah, Rabbi Alameen. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن تبعه وله وسلم تسليما كثيرا. You distribute already or not yet? We will distribute إن شاء الله. طيب خلاص جزاك الله خير. وعلى آله وصحبه ومن تبعه وله وسلم تسليما كثيرا. أما بعد إن شاء الله, in our lecture today it is a follow up for خطبة الجمعة of today. So this lecture is considered as more explanation or as part 2 of خطبة الجمعة. And the topic for this lecture is the month of Sha'ban. Sha'ban, the month of silent preparation and unseen repair. So there are two things. You prepare and you repair. Remember the two words, inshallah. We'll have some words tonight to remember and memorize, inshallah. Okay? And also I have a worksheet for you as well, inshallah, to have some work you can do, a reflection sheet you do with your own self, and it will help you, inshallah, until the beginning of month of Ramadan. May Allah Azza wa Jalla give us the ability, shukran habib, may Allah give us the ability to reach the month of Ramadan and benefit to it the maximum way that we can, in a way that pleases Him subhanahu wa ta'ala. Say Ameen, inshallah. Now, so we are going to prepare and we are going to repair. So repairing is part of the preparation for the month of Sha'ban. Consider that you are reaching a destination and you are at your point where you are going to start your journey, and there is a bridge in the middle. So the month of Sha'ban is that bridge. But unfortunately most of the people do not forget that there is a bridge, that you need to treat it as such, and that you need certain etiquettes to cross safely and successfully, right? So this is like a bridge. Bridge is not like a normal road. Bridge connects you from point A to point B. So you have to have certain weight, you have to have certain traffic, you have to have certain behavior until you reach to the other side, inshallah. So the month of Sha'ban is that bridge that we do not need to forget. We need to remember. So Allah Azza wa Jal subhanahu wa ta'ala, with His wisdom Azza wa Jal, did not place the month of Ramadan suddenly upon us. He did not place the month of Ramadan suddenly upon us. As I said in the khutbah, we have our own pace that we do normal life, 5 daily prayers, ممكن نقرأ القرآن, we do صلوات, يعني certain way. And in the month of Ramadan subhanallah بقى في تراويح وتهجد, fasting وسحور وإفطار, يعني suddenly كده you are expected to climb a mountain. فالله عز وجل give us a chance to warm up, like before any exercise, you warm up. Like you see me in the beginning of the speech, little bit sleepy. Then after that, everybody says, Sheikh, at the beginning of your speeches, we don't know that how you're going to make it. Yani. Then after that, mashallah, something else happens. I said, yeah, we have to go slowly. It's like an airplane. Yani. Walk, taxi, and then after that goes straight, and then mashallah, takes off, launch. And once you reach to your altitude, you are comfortable. You are comfortable. And also when the plane is coming, it does not suddenly come down. Huh? It slows down and goes down step by step, and then goes fast until you reach to your stop. Our dunya is like that, ya akhwani. Exactly like that. In general, and in particular, with each and every action. Inshallah Rabbil Alameen. So, so the month, Allah Azza wa Jal, out of His wisdom, give us a month of preparation. Consider it like a quiet bridge. Consider it like a spiritual corridor. Consider it like the way that you reflect, so you are not shocked by too much ibadah that leads to the person to be frustrated or exhausted or stressed out or drained. Because that's what happens. Find everybody's, mashallah, very, very, very excited the night when they announce Ramadan. صح? Masjid is full. And then Taraweeh, mashallah. Then 2-3 days. Then people wake up again in the last 10 nights. But imagine if tahajjud is something that you do on a weekly basis. At least once. مش لازم يعني all night. tahajjud. فقيام الليل تراويح is lesser than tahajjud. Tahajjud, it needs work more. You wake up later at night and you pray. So that is hard. So when you do something hard, the easier one becomes easier. When you do a lot, then the less becomes easier. When you do something heavy, then lighter weight is easier. Okay, so some people bench press certain weight, so when they do repetitions, they can do repetition with something heavy for a normal person. So a normal person, you tell him do this, cannot do that. But when you do something hard, the less is easier, which is harder for others. That's why the Prophet ﷺ described it that lots of people neglect between Rajab and Ramadan. And I told you what does it mean. We are in your normal life and then you go to the peak. And where is the in-between? People are not aware. So that's why they stress themselves out. They get exhausted fast. Okay? So that is the meaning when Rasulullah ﷺ said that this is a month يَغْفَلُ عَنْهُ كَثِيرٌ مِنَ النَّاسِ. Lots of people neglect and they're not aware of. So this is a month of repair. You repair yourself. Subhanallah, Ramadan, you're going to come for Taraweeh, Jama'ah. Iftar, you invite some people, or you do with your family. Or you go visit somebody, or public iftar like here. Fajr, you want to attend the Jama'ah. But the month of Sha'ban is the month of private alignment. Private alignment. So you are going to reflect on yourself now. Inshallah, you're going to get a sheet like this, one sheet here. I don't know, Brother Rahman, how he's going to distribute it, but send him this sheet, inshallah. Make sure you get it before you leave, inshallah. Right? So this is what I mean by private alignment. This is your own reflection sheet. Give one to your spouse, give one to your children, no problem, inshallah. Okay, and I'm going to follow up with something, inshallah, else that may be sent through the masjid, inshallah, as a Sha'ban checklist. Sha'ban checklist. So you can check what you're doing or what you need to do. So you will find, inshallah, your intention, section about your intention. You have to check, intention check, and there will be some writing. I want you to write down and keep that paper with you. So next year, inshallah, you'll find another copy and see what you succeeded to do, and what you continue to do, and so on. Because we are in a technology age now, all right? So maybe some brothers also can help, inshallah, give this to everybody in a digital format so they can log in their things and then put, inshallah, Sha'ban, 1447, and then Sha'ban 1448. And inshallah, Sheikh Maulana al-Imam ChatGPT can do some analysis for you, then after that you're going to check your heart audit, and then your relationship repair, and then your consistency, consistent over intensity. So we focus on intensity in Ramadan. Now we need consistency also in Sha'ban, accountability before action, and then you make dua for yourself, inshallah. So that paper, please take it before you go, inshallah. It's important. You know, they said 80% people who write their thoughts and their goals, they are 80% more likely to achieve their goals than the others who do not write it down. And when I say write it down, use a paper and a pen. Not only write it on the computer, using actually paper and a pen. Psychologically it's proven. Inshallah, tonight it's about learning how to use that month of Sha'ban to fix the things that Ramadan is a faster pace that will not allow us to take time to fix. يعني في رمضان الإيقاع أسرع. في رمضان too many things, you know. You are fasting and you are working, you need to rest and you need to do the Taraweeh and the day finish fast, right? And there is lots of things. It's very hard for you to fix things. لا, Ramadan needs your car to be oil changed, fluids checked, tires the best, alignment done, you already went to the racetrack and tried it. ففي month of Ramadan ما فيش وقت للتصليح. يعني brother Nidal will close the shop. Brother Nidal has a mechanic shop, so he doesn't close Ramadan. I'm just saying, So in the month of Ramadan is not the month to start and checking. Shukran Habib, barakallah feek. It's not the month to check. Oh, what is happening with my feet? What is happening with my back? What is happening with no? ده كان في شعبان. You understand what I'm saying now? So in the month of Sha'ban, this is the 3 weeks, the 3 coming weeks is the months that you do the full body checkup. Actually, you should go to the doctor and do some physical also. My advice to you. Should go to the doctor, check your blood, check your blood pressure, check your sugar, check your things. So when you enter Ramadan, Ya Rabbi, I'm healthy. Ya Rabbi, give me maqdira to use that health. النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم said نعمتان مغبون فيهما كثير من الناس الصحة والفراغ. Two نعمة, lots of people are not aware. Like month of Sha'ban, they are not aware. And your health, people are not aware. And your time, people are not aware. So let's use the month of Sha'ban to check our health and our time. So when Ramadan comes, we utilize our health properly and we utilize our time properly as well. Now, what makes the month of Sha'ban different, unique spiritually? What makes it like that? في حديث النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. حديث النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم, he said already, answered us. He said that this is the month that the deeds are being raised. That is a spiritual thing. It doesn't happen in any other time. It's like, Sha'ban. Like the Nabi صلى الله عليه وسلم told us about Monday and Thursday. That is weekly review. يبقى Monday and Thursday are better. ويوم الجمعة better than all the week. So يعني النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم giving us already the spiritual significance of time. وفي spiritual significance of place. يعني when you are at Masjid AlSalam 100,000 times the reward. يبقى في significance for the place. When you are standing in Arafah, the day of Arafah, that is significance of time and place in the same place. Masjid al-Aqsa, significance of a place. ويوم الجمعة, significance of a time. Correct? Laylatul Qadr, significance of time. And so on. But there are those things Rasulullah ﷺ referred to significantly, give it a spiritual significance. So what is the spiritual significance of the month of Sha'ban? That is the time when the deeds are raised to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And by the way, the deeds are raised to Allah. يعني does Allah Azza wa Jal wait, does not see until the deeds come to him and only he sees at that time? No, this is for us to process things. But Allah مطلع على كل شيء. يعني Allah Azza wa Jal sees you when you are doing, before you're born, what you are going to do. يعني هذا لا يخفى على الله. It is not hidden from Rabb al-Alameen. But this is for you and me to be anchored. You know anchoring? يعني you anchor someone with something that they understand. They understand. Now when I talk to a child, I talk to them in the way they understand, not in the way I process things. Okay? It is nice, it makes you nice, and I become happy if you do such and such. So yeah, associate things with this anchor. And that's why Allah Azza wa Jalla talking to us in that language. Also, this is, by the way, it has a psychological definition. It has a psychological terminology. There is something in psychology called anticipatory accountability. You anticipate something. You know, if I tell you there is an exam, and tomorrow there is an exam, and the exam is going to have 20 questions, and those 20 questions, all of them answered in this lecture. You see, I give you already anticipation, right? So now you are excited, you are prepared according to that. So I give you some anticipation for accountability. And if I do this right, then I need an A plus, that means I need. So now you are preparing yourself for accountability, all right? Preparing yourself for that. So the awareness that evaluation is approaching, any awareness, and when you are aware that evaluation is approaching, changes the behavior before the evaluation itself happens. And when I tell you evaluation tomorrow morning, you coming to the evaluation, right? But if I tell you there is random evaluation, there is a different perspective now. When I tell you there is no evaluation at all, different perspective was. And when I go in my classes, I teach my classes, any type of classes. I tell them I don't have questions that you have to write and all of that. My exams are all open book. That's what I do. In the past 30 years, any exam, I do my exams open book. I just need to know one thing from you. I just want you to convince me that you understood what I was saying. That's your job. So I give you an anticipation now. So convince me that you understood. And consider me that I'm ignorant. When I'm reading the paper, don't say Sheikh Mamdouh understand already what I mean. No, don't consider me like that. Consider me that someone that you're going to teach something important. And you're going to pass the exam. So the idea here is I give you the anticipation that the evaluation is approaching. Then you understand exactly. So I give you two things. I'm going to evaluate you, and I told you the criteria where I'm going to evaluate you. So you are not going to stress yourself, but you are not going to be negligent either. Okay? So all my exams like that. And don't think an open book exam is easy. Do you think open book exam is easy? Allah Azza wa Jal give us open book exam. Listen, still people go to hellfire. Still people who are disobeying Allah Azza wa Jal. Am I exaggerating now? Didn't Allah give us an open book exam? He told actually us, he already told us the question that's going to come. He said, I am going to ask you 4 questions. Yawm al-Qiyamah. Where your money came from and how you spend it. How you spend your life. How you spend your youth. Right? And what did you do with your ilm? And the answer is such and such and such. Be ready. I'm going to ask you 3 questions in the grave. Open book, nobody ever did before. And still people fail. But don't think that open book exam is an easy thing that everybody can pass. May Allah give us the ability to pass, inshaAllah Rabbil Alameen. So, month of Sha'ban, it is not about quantity. It is about the quality, alignment. It is not about quantity. It is about alignment. Your car can drive 120 miles, but it is warped. The wheels are warped. It's going to give you big problems. You can actually expedite an accident. صح? It can expedite an accident because if the alignment is small, if the car goes faster, that becomes worse. Okay? So if you brake and you go this way, that speed, then you'll have a problem. So alignment here is very important. Even if the car drives slow, right? So the month of Sha'ban is not about quantity, it is about alignment. All right. We need to ask ourselves these following questions. What habits will embarrass me if my deeds are raised as is now? I'll give you 10 seconds to think. Don't answer me, huh? Like now we know that the deeds are raised to Allah this month. Sah? Right, sisters, brothers? Yes, we agree? Alhamdulillah. So now ask yourself, while Allah is reviewing my book now, what are the things that will make me embarrassed? Okay. Now the next question. What deeds what intentions need cleansing? What intentions need cleansing? You go to the car wash, you know exactly what you're going to do. You know, this is in the car, I need the car wash, and this is what's going to happen. You come out, if you find the spot, you go again. Okay? So you know that. So what are the intentions that I keep having that it needs cleansing? Okay. So now we talked في خطبة الجمعة that there are certain feelings toward others, حقد, حسد, envy, jealousy, grudge toward someone that will block my forgiveness. What are those? All right. So I hope you get somewhere with this. So remember those 3 questions, and you can listen to the lecture again, inshallah, and also on the sheet you'll find these things. But try to write them. Nobody's looking at it. Nobody's going to review your sheet. But it's very important, by the way. Be honest with yourself. Right. Sha'ban is the month of hidden work. Siyam is something hidden, isn't it? Fasting. I like to be fasting. Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, I like to be fasting. So fasting is something that's for Allah Azza wa Jal, because you cannot show off with it. Salah you can show off with it. You have to work harder. But fasting, you tell me you are fasting. Okay, I believe you. There is nothing for me to prove I'm here. If you are fasting, you're fasting. If you're not fasting, you're not fasting. So it's either yes or no. You are the only one who can decide after Allah Azza wa Jalla. That's why between you and Allah Azza wa Jalla. But I see you praying Isha. I see with my eyes that you prayed Isha. If you come and ask me, did I pray or not? Well, yes, you prayed. You were beside me. But can I tell you that about Ramadan? About fasting? No. So basically, month of Sha'ban is a month of that kind of work. The month of Sha'ban is not kind of work. So Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam fasts Sha'ban more than he fasted in any other month. But he didn't announce it. It was the observation of Osama bin Zayd. Osama bin Zayd sitting with Rasulullah most of the day. And he doesn't see him eating at the time that he normally eats. That's what he observed. But the Nabi did not announce. He said, Ya qawm, sa'asumu Sha'ban. He didn't say that. He said, oh people, I'm going to fast Sha'ban, fast with me. He did that in other actions. Look at me and pray like me. Look at me and take your Hajj manasik from me. Didn't he do that, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam? He does. And then, Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam tell the Sahaba what to do and all of that. He did not announce that I'm going to fast in the month of Sha'ban. He said fast to the 10th of Muharram. If I live the next year, I will fast the 9th, right? But did Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam say, my ummah fast Sha'ban, fast this? No, he left it up to you. He left it up to you to prepare yourself, because people prepare in different ways. And he gave you a month to do it. People prepare in different capacities and different ways. So Sha'ban teaches us or trains us through this silent discipline that you invent. But you have to have discipline. You have to have what? Discipline. And this is one type of leadership. We talked about leadership, but in leadership theory, there is some education called leadership theory. Sheikh Abdul Razzaq here studied, and I did also, mashallah, because of him, he led me to it. They call this internalized leadership. There are different types of leadership. Fi dictator, or fi this, or fi servant mentality leadership, right? Fi internalized leadership. Internalized leadership, when behavior is driven by values, not visibility. Sometimes as a leader, you need to show people what to do. I'm not talking about good and bad here. I'm talking about a type that need to do. Sometimes this leadership, you need to work on yourself, right? You need to work on yourself before worrying about what people will see, right? So you are driven by values. It's not because I'm a leader, I'm doing this so people can see me. No, because I have those values I need to do, right? Then comes the next step. I am a leader and I need to lead by example. That is the second step. But what is the step before it? Internalize. You understand now? Because many people, they lead by example, but they are a show-off. Yani many people lead by example because of the authority, because of the position they are in. They don't have an option. They don't have a choice. They are visible, like celebrities do that. They do certain things because they are in that position, good or bad. They know people are going to follow them. So before that, the internalized leadership, you have to have values. It is driven by what? Values, not any action. Okay? So that is also in the month of Sha'ban, you need to do it. Okay. Example. Can I do my worship in a high quality when nobody's watching? That will answer that question. You are that type or not? Can I pray actually 2 rak'ah without anybody watching the way they're supposed to be prayed? Your answer will tell you if you are driven by values or not. عايز تعرف, you want to know you are a person who's driven by values or not. Again, the question is yours, the answer is yours. Nobody judging you here. You judge بل الإنسان على نفسه بصيرة. You are the one who are going to account yourself. So you say that can I prepare myself when no one is watching? You know, when a soccer team or a basketball team or something like that, they have training. They open the court for people to go watch the training. Am I right? Yes? And sometimes, because people watching, it impacts their performance in the training. يعني عايزين الجمهور يبقى مبسوط. يعني they want even the match, if it is done without audience, without spectators, performance is different. Yes? Performance is different. But subhanallah, that disease comes also in knowledge. يعني it comes in knowledge when the qari has or the lecturer have lots of people, the ada or performance becomes different. May Allah save us from showing off. يعني. But that is the exercise. Like, can I really actually prepare myself for the race when nobody's watching? شوف بقى, that is the difference. Some athletes, boxing وكده وبتاع, تلاقيه قافل على نفسه. يعني they close on themselves and they train, they internalize, right? They get themselves ready before anybody sees them. So when they go out, they perform. So when they are performing, not because people say they have a goal in their head. That is the mentality we need in Sha'ban and entering Ramadan with. It's not because people seeing and now I want to do things together. No, you need to have this internally. We have to repair the hearts before repairing our schedule. Everybody worried now about their schedule in Ramadan. Right? So you need to repair your heart first. I mentioned many years ago that it depends how you look at things, how you perceive things. I'll tell you 2 things one of my sheikhs in Usul Fiqh taught me a long time ago. Subhanallah, you keep remembering things كده, they come. يقولون there are ways to look at things, 2 main ways, as a scholar يعني, or as a student of knowledge. The bird's eye view and the ant's eye view. منظور عين الطائر ومنظور عين النملة. طبعا انتم سمعتم من first one. You know the first one, which is bird's eye view. صح? What is a bird's eye view? You're looking from above on something huge, but you're seeing it small. طب عين النملة, the ant's eye. How the ant sees things? The opposite. Right? He sees something big, sees the detail of it. See the detail as huge, but does not see the big picture. You need both. You need both. Things that you need both. You need to look at your salah as part of the structure of Islam. A pillar of Islam, right? How is my salah in general helping me? تنهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر. It is fixing my dealing with people or not. But at the same time, you look at the ruku' and the sujood and your tasbih, how long you take, do you do fast or not? You need both. You need to look at it from this side and you need to look at it from this side. You need to look at your heart. Is my heart in general really fitting to be a heart of a member of this ummah? Is it really like that, caring about this ummah in general, caring about this jama'ah in general, huh? Is my heart like that? Because sometimes you need the bird's eye view to solve detailed problems. And sometimes you need details to solve general problems. Opposite. فاهمين قصدي يا اخوانا؟ يعني sometimes somebody talking, describing their issues. And while they are describing their issues, I'm trying to see the general idea of this. Where is the pattern? Where is the problem? That is bird eye view. Okay? And sometimes they speak general. I want to bring them down to the issue. So you need the other way around. I hope you understand the two theories. You as a human being, you know where is the wisdom? To know to use which, when. That is where the wisdom is. We become a master when you know to use which, when. Because if you use them wrongly, you're going to end up with wrong results. And that is why the usul is. في أصول الفقه يعني أصول الفقه. We give you the rule and tell you how it applies in detail to all the ibadat and the muamalat. في one rule. لا ضرر ولا ضرار. لا ضرر ولا ضرار. No harm and no reciprocating harm. That is the maxim. قاعدة. Yes? So you look at this, where is it in tahara? Where is it in salah? Where is it in siyam? Where is this in the financing? Where is this in this? Where is this in this? Where is this in that? So you're looking at it this way. All right? Also, when you have too many things repeating the same issue, and somebody from the community tell you this, somebody tell you this, somebody tell you this, all of those can be solved by la darara la darar. So you look at it from the other side. فهمتم أهمية الأصول يعني؟ The importance of studying usul is this. And that's why when a sheikh does certain things or an imam does certain things, don't think that they are doing out of their desire or out of their whims. يعني. No, they have a structure, they have a framework, okay, that they work with. You may not like it, you may not like it, but that's okay. يعني. But the idea is once you master this, you are a great leader. You are a person who knows how to help. Right? So in the month of Sha'ban, then we need to repair our hearts, before repairing our schedule. So we look at the schedule as the most important thing. Yeah? You need my heart first. Schedule comes after the heart. Because if your schedule is permitting, but your heart is not ready, you're still going to abuse it. And if your schedule is tight, but your heart is ready, you're going to use every second. Am I right? Yes? So every second. فthat is very important يا أخواني. احنا عندنا وقت قد إيه؟ حاضر. احنا عندنا وقت قد إيه فاضل؟ How long we have? Like 15 more minutes? 10 more minutes? لا, I don't want to make it long يعني. Today in the khutbah I was looking at the watch. Inshallah will not take long. حاضر. I'll explain it again. If Ramadan comes, now what are we thinking? What am I thinking now? I'm working from 8 to 4, right? And then after 4, I come and do certain things. And then Maghrib, I do certain things. And then I eat dinner in a certain way. And then I sleep in a certain way. That's a schedule. So now what is your worry about Ramadan? That schedule is going to change. So you look at it from that side, from the reverse side, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. You look to it about the schedule. What is this schedule accommodating? Yani, this schedule is made for what? For you to achieve something, right? So achieve something, why? To please Allah Azza wa Jal. Yani, that means it's a state of the heart. So let's start with that, right? And then the schedule is going to be built based on it. فاتقوا الله ما استطعتم. يعني, but you said, I want to do this, I want to do this, but my schedule is not permitting. So you start dismissing stuff and feel guilty. We don't want that. No, I want a heart that it is ready to do as much as it can to please Allah Azza wa Jal. You get it now, right? So my heart now, Ya Allah, I'm ready. Okay? So my schedule, what I'm going to do, those are the things that are going to change. But for the sake of Allah Azza wa Jal, I'm going to shorten my sleep a little bit. I will do this because it is a month, it is a training, it is a boot camp, it is something like that. I have to give extra. So my heart is ready, actions becomes easy, your schedule can become tighter, but you're going to benefit from every second in it. Even if you don't pray all Taraweeh every night, or don't pray all the 20, you're still satisfied because you accommodated your schedule, but with a clean heart. It is not like, I really want to pray 20, but I have to wake up in the morning, so you feel like you abandon the salah. That psychology is very important. Psychology is very important. I want to recite the whole Quran. If you clean heart to finish the whole Quran, but your schedule only allows you to read it half, fine. Yani, don't blame yourself, but first have a clean heart. Because if you set the schedule now, what if you get extra time? You're going to sleep. You're not going to make ibadah. You're going to do that. But you need a heart which is ready for the schedule change. Then you set your schedule accordingly. I'll give you another example. I tell brothers and sisters, align your life around the ibadah of Allah. Don't fit the ibadah of Allah in your daily schedule. Wallahi, the result will be different. See, it sounds very confusing sometimes or like this, but think about it. Align your schedule or your life around the ibadah of Allah. وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا يَعْبُدُونَ. Ya akhi, you are earning money to be able to worship Allah. You are having a job to be able to please Allah. You are getting married to be able to please Allah. You have children to be able to please Allah. All your life. قُلْ إِنَّ صَلَاتِي وَنُسُكِي وَمَحْيَايَ. My life. وَمَمَاتِي. لله. So if everything around the ibadah of Allah, you're going to ask yourself, is this haram? No. Is this halal? Yes. This is makruh? No. Is mustahab? Absolutely. You're not going to actually say this mustahab abandon or makruh, it's all right to do it. Because the perception is reversed. But if your life is around the ibadah, you're going to prioritize things. You're going to put the priorities right. You're going to do the most important things first. All right? Important things first. How can I pray as many of the prayers in Jama'ah in Ramadan? That comes before actually attending Taraweeh. If your life is around the ibadah, you start with the fara'id. Yes? You start with what? Fard. No, my fasting has to be, optimal. I cannot talk in the wrong way. I cannot backbite. I cannot do that because it is around ibadah. But if it is not around that, if it is around the routine, then people actually watch movies to waste time, so they don't feel hunger. Or go to sleep, so they wake up in the Maghrib time already. Because it is a schedule issue. Ramadan is a schedule issue. But if it is a heart preparation, then all this will change, inshallah. Sha'ban is where we're going to address our resentment. That's how to clean the heart and prepare it. We're going to address our ego. We're going to address the things that burn us out. Do we burn out? Yes. And I see that, by the way, on individual level and on community level. When we see someone active in the masjid or in the community, we all load them with stuff. That's not right, ikhwan. That is not a good behavior of a jama'ah. And the person himself is wrong also. I'm sorry to say. وَإِنَّ لِبَدَنِكَ عَلَيْكَ حَقٍّ. Where is your salah time? Where is this? Yes, you are volunteering, you are doing all of this. But instead of burning yourself out or letting people burn you out, go grab people, convince them, bring them beside you. That's why we say that always the leaders bring people to shadow you, bring people to be behind you. Delegate, akhi. Don't micromanage. Delegate, please. And Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam used to do that, akhi. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam used to train people. ما هو عنده أبو بكر وعنده عمر رضي الله عنهما وعنده خالد بن وليد وعنده all of this, but Amr ibn al-As, new Muslim, 6 months and he gave him leadership. وأبو بكر وعمر behind him. يعني delegate, right? Put people like this. Like this year I decided I'm not going to lead Taraweeh anywhere. I'm going to let my students lead and I will pray behind them and I will go and see each one of them. I want to enjoy that as well. Why should I put everything on myself when somebody else can do it? And 25 years ago, I was looking for an opportunity like this to go to the slide beside my father, to get exposure or something like that. طبعا النية والأشياء needed repair, but yes, but you look for yourself. But subhanallah, we found very generous leadership, very generous shuyukh who actually respected us and said, Bismillah, lead, Bismillah, talk. Bismillah, give khutbah. You should do this, you should do that. So they give us the opportunity to come out. And then Allah Azza wa Jal helped us to be in the right path. then there's time now to make people graduate. And we as a community, we have to bear the mistakes of our children. We have to encourage them. We have to see them through. You know what, see them through? It is great when you are 40 years old now and you pray behind one of our younger students. And inshallah, when you are 60 and 70, that one is a big imam in Houston. Wouldn't you feel proud? Because that's you who helped him become like that. Naam. Those are small things, but believe me, they go a long way. So we don't need to have this burnout culture. You know, you see someone in Ramadan, inshallah, in the masjid, cleaning or something like that. Go give them a hand. Sisters, give a hand. You see in the babysitting or something like that, one sister or two sisters, and all the sisters dropping their children. As if this is like a bakery. They drop the children and then they come, mashallah, the child is a great Muslim, very good, very healthy, very everything, and I did my prayers and I take my child and go home. لا, it's not an automatic, it's not a robot, this is a human being. One person who have 10 children, and after 5 minutes they became 15, and they became 20, and then became 50. Increase the sisters also who are watching. Some sister pray 4 rak'ah, and they didn't go, tell her go pray 4 rak'ah and I will wait for you. And do this. Why we do not have that kind of mentality? Why, okay, Brother Abdul Rahman is the elected official. You're going to have everything on you. No. Education secretary, you have everything on you. This brother, everything on you. How can I help? How can I help? And inshallah, you'll be told. And I know Masjid AlSalam, mashallah, have a big list of volunteers. But may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enable us how to utilize it properly. How to utilize that properly. But all of us are volunteer material. All of us. Does not, wallahi, mean aged or anything, doesn't mean anything. It's just a number. You can volunteer by encouraging the volunteers. I wish one of our older uncles, when volunteering like this project Brother Luqman was talking about, he go and put a chair and he said, mashallah, yo, bismillah, yalla, do it. You just go there and make dua for them and encourage them. When they see, they will do stuff. You volunteered also. Who said volunteer has to be only physical work? Volunteer can be recruiting volunteers, akhi. If you cannot volunteer yourself, you call. Brother, can you give me a commitment of volunteering 1 hour per month? Sister, can you volunteer for the babysitting? Yes, no, man, marketing, yeah. We can do lots of things. We also have to handle in Sha'ban this spiritual fatigue. Spiritual fatigue, like donor's fatigue, like other fatigue. Why fatigue happens? Because you work in a certain way and then you become lazy, afraid of burnout. You did not reach burnout, but you get fatigued. That's enough, that's too much for me. I want, when that happens, the race, what they call it, the race when the baton, they give it to someone else to continue the race. Really? So that is exactly what it is. So when to get, I'm tired. I learned from one of my friends long time ago, may Allah have mercy on his soul. He used to work as a metro bus driver. Metro company, metro bus driver. And I told him, do you sometimes doze off when you are driving? It happened to you? He said, yes, it happens. I said, how you handle it with all these people with you? He said, the minute it happens, there is very strict rule. I have to stop wherever I am. I cannot play around with it. And they will send another driver, either take the bus and continue, and then I go in the car that came, they drop me home, or they come with another bus and another driver. So I sit in a passenger, a driver drives the bus, and they take the passenger on another bus. So he said, no playing around. You understand what I mean by relay? So the burnout and fatigue, no. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam told us, each and every one of you, pray when you are active. Don't push yourself harder, because you're going to get tired and you're going to give up the whole thing. So in the salah, pray while you are. Once you start, sit and relax. Now, also, we don't want emotional wounds carried into worship. You are unhappy with someone in the masjid. 2 people. And they keep coming to Salat al-Isha while they have issues. Right? They have problems now. Don't tell me that they're going to be focused in their salah. Every time they see themselves, they remember the emotional problem, then the performance of salah will be affected. Yes? معروف. And that continues sometimes for months and years. طب ليه يا أخي? Like why? It's very simple. If you cannot fix it, talk to somebody. Sheikh, I have issues with a brother, I want to fix it, and it gives me a hard time. Every time I come to the masjid, I'm not focused, I'm not this and not that. So, try to seek the help and try to get over that. You know, in psychology, they say that unresolved emotional stress, it reduces spiritual focus. Unresolved emotional stress, it reduces spiritual focus. You cannot focus spiritually when you are emotionally stressed. صعب. And I know that from experience. When you are emotionally stressed, spiritually you cannot be focused. That's why you have to change the place or change the situation or change something else. So you have to do something. Otherwise, you're going to be like acting like a hypocrite. Yeah? And that's not good. All right? And then we want to help each other with that. Don't enter Ramadan strong if your heart is fractured. You're not going to enter Ramadan strong if your heart is fractured. So all of this to work on what? Our heart. This section was to work on our heart. Go to Allah Azza Jal tonight, pray 2 rak'ah, and say, Ya Allah, fix my heart, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, I'm submitting to you. I'm alone by myself now. Nobody's around. Please, Ya Rabb al-Alameen, Ya Muqallib al-Qulub, thabbit qalbi ala dinik. Ya Allah, the one who changed the hearts, make my heart fill with your deen. Allahumma ya musarrif al-Qulub, sarrif qalbi ila ta'atik. Make this dua all night long. Ya Allah, the one who directs heart to. And then write down on the paper the things that you need to fix. People have a problem. Is this problem really worth it or not worth it? Can you do it on your own? You need some help. Like that, Try to make a plan. And wallahi, when you look at it after it is gone, you will see how come I spend all this life without fixing that. We need to repair our relationship before we raise our hand. Because maybe you transgress someone, you don't know. You think you are transgressed, but maybe you are the transgressor, you don't know. That's why things need to be addressed. Things need to be addressed. Sha'ban is the month to forgive people deliberately. Is to seek repentance quietly. And apologize quietly also. You can take the person aside and say, you know what, let's get over that. And inshallah be initiative takers. And I know in this community, mashallah, we have good initiative takers. People who can invite two parties who are not happy and they bring them together. May Allah reward them abundantly. لا خير في كثير من نجواهم إلا من أمر بصدقة أو معروف أو إصلاح بين الناس. من يفعل ذلك ابتغاء مرضات الله سوف نؤتيه أجرا عظيما. Sometimes it is very hard to take the initiative. That's why Allah Azza wa Jalla make the third party who bring people together have the greatest of rewards. So I know there are people like that. So may Allah reward them, and this is activity for you in the month of Sha'ban. Inshallah Rabbil Alameen. Consider month of Sha'ban as the month of spiritual detox. Let's call it that. Spiritual detox. Before the diet they tell you have to detox. Detox means get all the toxin out of your body. So you take certain herbs, certain things, you do certain, until you sweat it, you urinate it, you get it out of your system. Then after that you live a healthy life. That's Ramadan, inshallah. Ramadan, ya akhwani, is the month of work, not the month of repairing. As I tell you, it's not the month of fix the tires, fix the wheel, that's now. But Ramadan is like you are on the race track. Remember that. Because many people start fixing in the beginning of Ramadan, and once they warm up, Ramadan is gone already. And once the engine starts, Ramadan, salam alaikum, Eid al-Fitr. Be careful, because it's going to happen like that. And you know what I'm talking about? First night of Taraweeh, 10th night of Taraweeh, 15, last 10, خلاص, يلا fundraising, مع السلامة, chutti, salam alaikum. Be careful. طيب. Inshallah, I finish my lecture with a practical framework for the month of Sha'ban. And pay attention, inshallah. And then I'll open it for you if you have suggestions or have questions. For individuals, as individual, you, this is mamduh, individual. But then I have a role as a husband and as a father, and there is another role. And I have a role as a sheikh, as an organization. I'm talking about individual now. في العبادات, in عبادات, don't stretch yourself thin. Pick one ibadah that normally you are not doing around this time and start increasing more of it. That ibadah can be istighfar. Astaghfirullah. Right? Say, I'm going to do astaghfirullah 1,000 times a day. I'm just giving you an example, yeah? And build up. Start with 100, 200, 300. See what happens, yeah? After every salah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do salah al Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam 10 times. I'm going to do this. I'm going to read 2 pages of Quran. Like I was saying, every juz in the Quran is how many juz, ya akhwani? 30. Every juz is 20 pages. If you know how to read Quran, the page will take between 1 and 3 minutes, depending on how good you are. 1 to 3 minutes. Okay? فالجuz might take 1 hour if you are very slow, and might take 20 minutes if you are fast. طبعا if somebody master can finish 15 minutes. Okay? That is why the whole Quran, if you have one sitting, 7.5 hours. The whole Quran, 600 pages. So it's doable. But when somebody say it in front of you, say, oh, no way. يعني if I tell you, كان الإمام الشافعي يختم في رمضان 60 ختمة. Imam Shafi'i used to finish in Ramadan Quran 60 times. That is other than Taraweeh. غير التراويح. غير his تراويح وتهجد ده على جنب كده حتة لوحدها. Alone. طب somebody said, Sheikh, how come 60 times? There's no way, man, that's exaggeration. This hadith is ضعيف. على طول كده يعني. No يا أخي. As I told you, 7.5 hours. You have 12 hours during the day and 12 hours during the night. يعني that is in a moderate weather في أرابيا يعني ولا في مصر ولا كده. Say the day time is 12 hours or night time is 12 hours. Let's say it like that, yeah. 6 to 6 or 6 to 6. Right? 12 hours. And I'm telling you the Quran finish in one sitting for 7.5 hours. طبعا going bathroom or taking a nap or doing all of that. In Ramadan they used to take off. Not teaching, no fiqh, no hadith, nothing. Only what? Quran and fasting. لا, Quran, fasting, salah, dhikr. But Ramadan is like that. Imam Malik, when the month of Ramadan comes, said to his students, go, read your Quran. This is my month now. أقبلوا على كتاب ربي. خلاص, take off from stuff. Right? So they pray, they do dhikr, they fast, and they rest. And they eat just to continue. Not, mashallah, make حفلة في إفطار يعني. If he takes 7.5 hours during the day out of 12, or during the night out of 12, يعني عنده لسه 4 ساعات ونص. يعني you have 4.5 hours during the day, 4.5 hours during the night. فبينام, or he sleeps, or he eats, or he talks to his family, وكل حاجة يعني. بس احنا we are not used. We are making ourselves the criteria. That's why this is too much. Okay? I'm not, this is like way out there. But we are saying finish Quran once يا أخي. The month of Ramadan. يعني in Sha'ban now. If you, see, I'm going to give it to you in a very easy way. بعد صلاة الفجر, read 2 pages. 2 pages. بعد الظهر, same, 5 daily prayers, 10 pages. Have juz a day. You finish Quran in 60 days. Make them 4 pages, you finish the Quran every month. Very simple. But are we going to do it? That is the question, right? 4 pages, 5 to 10 minutes. بعد صلاة الفجر 5 to 10 minutes. الظهر 5 to 10 minutes. If you are working at the ظهر, خلاص يا أخي, before you sleep. يعني make the 5 times. فجر, عصر, maghrib, عشاء, and before you sleep. Yeah? Make it in salah. Put كده something like that in front of you and read in your salah. فيعني is do, but we are not doing. So في العبادة إن شاء الله we start doing that. Can we do that إن شاء الله رب العالمين? Quran or dhikr or nafil salah. Add 2 rak'ah of nightly prayer, even briefly. Start. So we are going to begin fasting Monday and Thursday. This coming Monday إن شاء الله we make intention to fast بإذن الله تعالى. يا رب. May Allah make us among us somebody who will do this sunnah إن شاء الله. Monday and Thursday. So do that in Sha'ban. Read 2 pages after every salah, up to 4 pages in the month of Sha'ban. Right? And inshallah, when the month of Ramadan comes, finish. Or do another cycle. Even if it doesn't finish in Ramadan, don't worry. You have other days to finish. Continue during the year. So daily Quran, even if 1 page, per day. See, I'm not giving you an excuse. Even 1 page per day. But 5 pages per day, after every salah 1 page is good. After every salah 2 pages is good. After every salah 4 pages is good. انت بقى وكرمك يعني. You and between you and Allah Azza wa Jalla. That's in regards to ibadat. You got the idea, right? So start something, go with it. Type with the heart work. Individual. 1 daily act of forgiveness. 1 daily act of forgiveness. Try. Sometimes you do not see anything to forgive. Alhamdulillah. Say, Ya Rabbi, forgive me. Allah forgive you. But try to find something that you forgive. Overlook, forgive. Yeah, something like that. Especially if you are a boss, you are an employer, some people work for you, are family. Of course, something will trigger you during the day. So try to forgive. 1 daily act of gratitude. With you can say, Alhamdulillah ala kaza. Allahumma laka alhamdu ala kaza. Allahumma laka alhamd for such and such. Fill the blank. So every day, think and say, I need to be grateful for my job. Allahumma laka alhamd. Ya Allah, bless my job. Khalas, this is today. Tomorrow, for health. After tomorrow, for eyesight. After tomorrow, for friends. For this jama'ah. Find an act of gratitude. And repeat, no problem. But every day, can we do that, inshallah, Rabbil Alameen? An act of gratitude. 1 daily private dua. When nobody is hearing. Do just dua for yourself. Dua. Ya Rabb, laka alhamd kada. Ya Allah, give me kada. Right? Ya Allah, I praise you for this. Ya Allah, give me this. So pick 1 dua. You can repeat it every day for a week, for a month, all the time. Or 1 dua every day. But connect with Rabb al-Alameen. Connect with Rabb al-Alameen subhanahu wa ta'ala. For behavior. So we talk about worship, talk about the heart. Now we talk about behavior. Let's reduce distractions before the month of Ramadan. Hatta decoration in your house. If there is something that distracted you or anything like that, change it. Give it some calmness, right? Regulate your sleep right now. Not in Ramadan. When Ramadan will come, it will disturb everything if it is not planned. So from now, try maybe to sleep less. Try to wake up for tahajjud. Like regulate your sleep from now. Okay? Like train yourself. Like training for Quran, training for nafil, training for tahajjud. Train also regulating your sleep right now. Regulate your food intake from now. Also, regulate that. Don't be attached to food so much. Cut the sugar, cut the sweets. Cut the things, eat only what is necessary, right? Try to delay lunch a little bit. Try to make the dinner early a little bit. So get to Ramadan, that's suluk, behavior. Otherwise the shock comes, then you are disturbed, right? Now, that's for the suluk. For yourself also, try to also reduce, I want to say eliminate, but reduce your social media interaction. أنا مش عايز أقول eliminate لأن برضو sometimes you read something nice. أنا مش عايز أقول كده Sometimes maybe you read a dua or a lecture or you listen to this lecture. Social media you need But try to reduce it as much as you can. One of my daughters taught me something nice. She said, Baba, before Ramadan, you can convert your social media to become Muslim. I say, how you do that? She said, everything was not good, say, I'm not interested, not interested, not interested. Like whenever you see Quran comes, you said, yes, yes, yes. Then all the suggestions will come to you, Islamic. I said, if you know that, why you do it the rest of the year like this? Yeah, if you already know that. Sometimes you can work the technology to work on your side. Good reminders and stuff like that. Also set for yourself some alerts, some prompts. Okay, like alarm, for example. Say it's time for dhikr now, it's time for dua now, بعد العصر, بعد الظهر. Start from now, inshallah, so you can carry on Ramadan. For families, from families. Remember the word. We need to set family, spiritual culture. في spiritual life as an individual, right? That's between you and Allah. Nobody should intervene in it. دي بتاعتك انت. يعني for between you and Allah to feel the excitement for yourself. To ركعة كده on the side, ذكر كده عمل. That's me. أنا selfish in that side. I don't want anybody to look at this. But as a family, we need to have a spiritual culture. صليت يا حبيبي? Did you pray? Did you do your dhikr for today? No, that's a culture. Culture now, the tifl or the child grows up, knows that this is a concern. This is something my parents care about, right? This is something that I see my siblings doing, I need to do like that. So that is a culture. So introduce family dua time. So inshallah هنفطر مع بعض. يعني وقت الفطار, the time of iftar, the Maghrib adhan comes, we make the dua. Do the dua, وهم شيء أمين behind you. And I make it, and I'm sure many of you, when we ride the car as a family, we say the dua الركوب. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Alhamdulillah, Subhanallah, سخر لنا هذا, like that, you know. بسم الله توكلت على الله ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله اللهم إني أعوذ بك أن memorize it. For the culture now. It is what? A culture. Even sometimes you are rushing into the car and you are forgetting, the kids automatically do it. But the culture is, if a person forgets, the culture reminds. And if the culture forgets, the person reminds. You understand? That's the importance of a culture. يعني when people are not aware, somebody said, وقت الصلاة هنصلي. How many times did this happen to you when there is a family invitation? هنصلي العشاء يا شيخ. يعني sometimes you forget when you are honoring your guests and everything, you forget the salah time. So somebody comes and he reminds the culture. And sometimes a person comes مع نفسه كده on the phone and everything, and everybody stands for salah, he stands with them. Having a family, spiritual family culture is very, 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 very important. So we need to talk about Ramadan expectations calmly with everybody. Talk with your spouse. What is your plan in Ramadan? For the salah, for the fasting, for the iftar, for this, for that. What's your plan, guys, for Ramadan? What are you going to do? Right? So question, answer. And make it like non-judgmental. Because some parents will come and say, let me see what you're going to do in Ramadan. Now you're destroying them. Right? I encourage. You know, I have a good plan for myself in Ramadan. Do you have a good plan for yourself in Ramadan? Let's share our plans so we can make a better plan. You look at the approach, it's different. Let's do this as a team, as a jama'ah. Right? وهكذا يعني. طيب, for youth, it's very important to teach our youth that Islam is not seasonal. مش بس رمضان, لا, start from now. Invite our youth to prepare goals. Don't guilt trip them. Right? Prepare goals. We connect Ramadan to our identity, not pressure. Yani if they are in college, try to talk to everybody about Ramadan. Try to make things about Ramadan, you know, like you are telling yourself, but through telling others. We also have to normalize the youth struggle as part of working on sincerity. This, you know, shaming them and telling them that there are certain things that they are not supposed to talk about. Where are they going to do that? Yes, they are not supposed to talk about it in public, but to have to open venues in the masjid, right? As adults. And you are not exempt. If you graduated and now you are a young professional, try to find someone, one person, 2, 3, 4, 5, and mentor them. Because you went through the struggle. Now they are going through worse. ما يأتي على الناس زمان إلا وشر من الذي قبله. Anas ibn Malik said that. There is no time except it's worse than the one before it. So let them benefit from you all the time. That's why I'm telling you. I tell the Huffaz, when you pray, do this. People sometimes react to it like that. So don't do like that. Don't shout when you are reciting. Don't do this, because I went through this. And people give me the feedback. Right? I want the people to give him new feedback. Not repeat the same exact thing. I'm giving it to you so you avoid. There will be feedback, absolutely. New struggle, exactly, yes. But at least they have something to build on. So youth, very important. So youth, from psychological point of view, They tell you youth will connect when they feel seen, not shamed. They will connect. Why? One of the reasons youth do not come to the masjid, because they're afraid to be judged. Oh, you don't know how to pray? Oh, your parents did not teach you how to pray? How come you are على طول يعني؟ خلاص يبقى يريح دماغه بيجيش. يعني from the beginning he does not come. طيب, he came with a mistake. We're not going to discuss the mistake now, but we need to make sure it doesn't happen again. But we want to make sure that he keeps coming. يعني he came now, right? Youth came now. And they did something that we don't like. We focus on what we don't like and they don't come again, or we make sure that they come again while we are working. Which one? Second one. Correct? And that's where the community becomes frustrated very fast, because they don't have this culture that things take time. You know, and I work as Imam al-Masjid for all my life. People always pick the problem. Sheikh, how come this? How come this sister entered? How come you like this? Right away. Very good in picking, diagnosing. But there is no idea on graduality, no idea on strategy, no plan how to fix it. طيب يعني يا أخي, what do you want? Somebody did not come with a dress code and they are right there, outside right there. What do you want me to do? They don't have an idea. يعني kick them out, أقول لهم يمشي روح غير هدومك وتعالى يعني, go change and come back, or shame them, or tell them you're wrong. How do I fix this problem now? If you don't have an idea, خلاص, thank you, give me the feedback. Oh, sit, calm, I'll take care. But it might take time. That's not the way you like. Yani make sure when you say out of advice, so the problem can be fixed. How it is going to be fixed? If you know, give suggestion. If you don't know, let people who know fix it. But your job is done. Is that clear, ya akhwani? Your job is done. Now, when I'm able to fix it, then it's my duty to fix it. All right? And that is why comes the trust and comes how we do things. For community organizations and masajid, Sha'ban is when institutions must repair internal tensions. If you have issues with your crew or your volunteers, that means you cannot achieve your goal. So you have to fix those tensions. You have to make them feel comfortable. That's why I always tell teachers in the school and everything, let's have lunch. Right? The school will sponsor lunch for you once a month or something like that. Oh my God, man, the behavior changes right away. No, it's not a food. Everybody has food, akhi. Everybody can afford the food. Food is not an issue. But it is the idea, right? It is the idea that my employer cares about me, right? My employer cares about me, give appreciation, certificate or something like that, you know? So that let's, as organizations, inshallah, try to find the tensions, isolate them, try to fix them, and make a culture of harmony. Wallahi, akhi, you want the people who come to the masjid or organization or school or whatever you are to love that they come. You want to hear that from your employees, from your team. You know what? This is therapy for me. Coming to work is therapy for me. You are a successful business person right away. When that culture is developed, right away. When people love to work with you, when people want to be around you, it's not about the job anymore. It's about performance, right? So you need to get rid of those tensions. And you need to align your teams spiritually. People working in the parking lot outside, we want to make sure that it is not all the months they are in the parking lot, they are not praying a single rak'ah of tarawih. Yeah, Allah will reward them abundantly, but there has to be switching. Let them taste this. Let them sit on the people who are serving food. Let them be served one day. Can we do that, inshallah? We all do it. Yani, if you, as a consumer, come there and you find the same people serving you food every night, one night you should step up and say, brother, go sit over there. I will serve you tonight. Wallahi, that would be the greatest thing our community can do. Think about it. Now, remove ego from all the leadership roles. It's not about me or you or anything. We are all servants for Allah, but in different capacities. Let's have the conclusion. So, Ramadan will not fix what is ignored in Sha'ban. I'll repeat that again. Ramadan will not fix what is ignored in Sha'ban. Are you telling me you're going to start working on your intention and cleaning your heart on the first night of Ramadan? It might take 10 days. You lost 10 days of Ramadan right there. You have 20 plus days left for Sha'ban. You have a lot of time. But you wait until Ramadan, mushkila. So if you abandon what we said today in Sha'ban, it will be too late in Ramadan. Sha'ban is where hearts are mended, intentions are purified, homes are aligned, communities are softened. This is when Sha'ban is, not in the beginning of Ramadan. If Ramadan is the harvest, Sha'ban is the soil. You prepare now. This is the warm up. This is the stretch before the exercise. This is the appetizer before the main course. This is the preparation before work. Call it whatever you want. But that is the month that you enter Ramadan through. Let's not enter Ramadan when we are exhausted, when we are bitter, when we are distracted, when we are fractured, when we are divided. Let's enter Ramadan lighter in the heart and in the soul, quieter, because we learned how to control ourselves and how to regulate our emotions. More sincere, because we work on our intentions and make dua and pray to Allah Azza wa Jal. More ready, inshallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the best of the month of Sha'ban. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala prepare us for the month of Ramadan. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us among those who listen and follow the best of what they listen to. In this sheet, inshallah Rabbil Alameen, if I go over it with you, you will find that it's a reflection sheet. After you listen to this lecture, you go yourself at home, make a copy for your wife, a copy for each of your children, on the phones or whatever, inshallah, and let them do that and keep it. And my suggestion is to keep this for your record. Make a file, inshallah. This is called the reflection file, right? And you can put it in a place that nobody touches and nobody sees. And if you want to do this every month, do it every month. If you want to do it annually, do it annually and compare. Because you will see you improving gradually, slowly but steadily, inshallah. Mentioned the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Intentions check. Why am I worshipping this year? You need to answer that carefully. Take your time. Have another sheet and keep writing that, and maybe tomorrow you're going to fix it, or after tomorrow you're going to fix it. But at the end of the month of Sha'ban, you should have your final statement, right? So that's how this works. Yeah. Have another sheet. Say, why am I worshipping this year? Oh, to please Allah, or to gain this, or to do that. Add to it. Then don't worry. Yeah. Just write whatever. But by the end of Sha'ban, last week of Sha'ban, you should come with one sentence, one statement. What do I want Allah to accept from me? My amal, my heart, my dua, my sacrifice, what exactly? Believe me, they seem like very easy questions. But to come up with something that comprehensive and exclusive and inclusive to everything is hard, right? And don't be general, remember. Be detailed and then take it to the general statement. Don't start general in this one. For intention, be detailed. I want Allah to accept this, and then take it to a general statement. And write it down. What is your renewed intention? Heart audit. Is there resentment, pride, or unresolved hurt I am carrying? Sometimes it's from your father, from your mother, from your sibling, from your children, from your neighbor. You don't know. Each one of us, of course, has that kind of thing. Heavy on the heart. You don't want to address it. So, one heart matter, pick one that you want to address. I want to talk about it. I want to see what I can do. Seek help or not. Then relationship repair. Small step towards reconciliation is enough. One relationship, start with the easy one. You don't have to go to the complicated ones, right? Like, one relationship that you will tend to. I'm not good with my mom. I'm not good with my wife. I'm good with my husband. I'm going to focus on that now. Consistency over intensity. What simple act can I sustain? Like something from now on I will do, I will not stop or quit. Simple act. I'm going to do Salah ala Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam 10 times a day. Start with that. If you do 15 one day, fine, but never do 9. You get the point, right? So start with something that you can sustain. The magic word is what? Sustain. So start lesser than your max. Yeah, don't go with max. Then you will give up. Accountability before action. If my deeds were raised today, what would I want Allah to see? Good stuff, right? So you need to make tawbah from the bad stuff. If you remember a specific thing, make dua for that specific thing. If you general, make dua for general, forgiveness. And then make a dua for yourself. Every day, write a dua. And those can be your dua in Ramadan. Everybody comes at the end and says, Sheikh, can you give me a list of dua so I can make in Ramadan? Huh? Start collecting your own now. Can you do that? Start collecting your own now. Make your own dua. I want to make dua for myself, for my work, for my health, for my spouse, for my children. Wallah, you will find 1,000 dua right there. Make them your list, and that should be your sincere dua every night of Ramadan. Good suggestion? And instead of asking somebody to give you a handout, here, make dua. You are not feeling. Make your own dua, customized to your own needs. وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد والحمد لله رب العالمين. جزاكم الله خير. Very happy to be among you. Subhanallah. I'll tell you my sincere feeling. Wallah, it was like yesterday I was sitting among you and teaching. It doesn't feel except that, right? Because when you are connected to the masjid, you carry it with you in your heart. The masjid, you carry it with you in your heart. Masjid is not a building. That's why Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam قال ورجل قلبه معلق بالمساجد. Not ورجل في المساجد. He did not say a man who is in the masjid. He said a man whose heart is attached to the masjid. So any masjid is a masjid, right? And this is my neighborhood masjid. So inshallah you're going to see me more often here. Is that okay with you, inshallah? Right? When I took permission from Sheikh Abdul Rahman, khalas, alhamdulillah. I told him, can I come, khalas, Sheikh? I take the citizenship in the masjid? He said, yeah, Sheikh, it's your masjid. So alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. في عندنا 2 عبيد الرحمن. يعني that's inshallah good alignment. في الإمام عبد الرحمن وفي الأمير عبد الرحمن. في 2 عبد الرحمن إن شاء الله. So may Allah Azza wa Jal give us the rahmah of Allah Azza wa Jal. May Allah Azza wa Jal give this jama'ah the blessing of unity, the blessing of forgiveness, and the blessing of achievement, inshallah. Do you have any question or any comment? Sheikh, أخواننا مستعدين إن شاء الله. أنا عارف مسجد السلام ما شاء الله is a big operation for الإفطار وفي الأشياء هذه. الحمد لله. إن شاء الله your sheet should be finished this week, huh? we need to finish عشان أخونا لقمان يفرح كده. يجي بكرة يقول خلاص ملينا الشيت يا شيخ. Good. لا إن شاء الله ما شاء الله. I feel very proud and very happy when I see والله the jama'ah happy. When I see people like standing in the parking lot, they do not want to leave. That's a good sign, right? When you see the people here coming relaxed and sitting in the masjid and doing dhikr. So may Allah give us this ni'mah inshallah. جزاكم الله خيرا وبارك الله